so I'm going to try my very best. Okay? Yeah, I'm a student. Also, I go to school at UC Santa Cruz. For those of you who don't know, it might be the one place more hipster than this town. In Santa Cruz, everyone there is like really healthy and into granola, and so it makes going to places like McDonald's really awkward. Like going to McDonald's in Santa Cruz is like going to a whorehouse anywhere else in this country. If you see someone there you kind of know, you just quietly avert eye contact. I don't know you. So I'm a student, I'm taking some computer classes. Because I'm a feminist studies major, and I think it's time for me to gain some marketable skills. Do you have that here, feminist studies or women's studies? Yeah, you have that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what feminist studies is, it's like women's studies. It means I add negative value to the economy. That's what it means. No marketable skills. Unfortunately, ironically, because I'm studying feminism, and in feminism you're learning women should be independent. But I'm graduating with no skills. So, ironically, my options to support myself now are like housewife or amateur porn. Thank God for the internet, right? The point is, if this whole comedy thing doesn't start working out for me, my best bets in life are to stay averagely pretty and open to butt sex. Because being averagely pretty and open to butt sex is what housewives and amateur porn stars have in common. Just so we're clear. And for those of you who haven't had it before, I'll just give you a short, this is what it feels like. Butt sex feels like the shit you already shat shitting itself back at you. No release intention. Whenever I tell that joke, I have friends who say, Hannah, you're such a slut. Hannah, you're such a slut. And I hate the word slut. I refuse that word. I think there's a nicer way to say that. You could say, hey, Hannah, you're such a free spirit. You could say that. Also, what are you going to do? Have you had butt sex before, sir? Have you? Never. What are you going to do? You've never had butt sex. You walk around with a little pink butthole for the rest of your life? That's just pretentious, alright? I know we're in a hipster town, but that's pretentious. You know how sometimes you hear people say, follow your dreams, just follow your dreams. You know, like celebrities, they think they give you smart advice, follow your dreams. I think following your dreams is stupid advice. It's a stupid way to say, like, make some goals or do things that matter. But when you say follow your dreams, if I were to pursue my dreams, I would be awkwardly humping a family member to procreate during the zombie apocalypse inside of a bomb shelter, which also happens to be the campus of my old elementary school. That's how dreams work. That's how dreams work. I think the worst thing about child pornography is that it makes me feel like I'm past my prime. I just turned 21, but I'm too young for you. Uh-oh. What I'm talking about is this country's morals, okay? I feel like the way this country is set up, we make women feel really insecure about ourselves, which is why a few years back I got a nose job. And I didn't have a lot of money at that time, so I paid somebody on Craigslist to suck on my nose until all the white stuff came out. As a feminist, I think I would sooner be a prostitute than a sorority girl. Just because I think being a prostitute is it's a good way to support yourself. I think it's similar to being a housewife. in that you're really just trading your reproductive services for safety and comfort. But when you run around going, Delta Kappa, that's the shit that makes men want to punch us in the face. That and horoscopes. I do think it's really sad that as women get boob jobs. I feel like boob jobs, it just seems like the pain of a breast implant isn't really worth the benefit. Like, you go through all this pain and surgery and you pay tens of thousands of dollars, and the light at the end of the tunnel is that you get to maybe look really good in cheetah print. That's the reward. That's the reward. Or in a red one-piece swimsuit. Does anybody else find it ironic that Pamela Anderson is the spokesperson for PETA? Do you know what PETA is? I'm from Santa Cruz, I assume everyone knows what that is. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. So yeah, they don't want you to be cruel to animals, but they use people like Pamela Anderson in all their ads. You know, that I'd rather go naked than wear fur. Right. First of all, if I looked like Pamela Anderson, I'd rather go naked than wear anything. Second of all, social conventions, we've forced Pamela Anderson to cut herself open and be stuffed so many times. She's had so many breast implants. We should start a campaign for her. PEPA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Pamela Anderson. And our mission statement is, maybe let's stop cutting women open sometimes. Also, don't wear fur. That's fucked up too. Don't do that. I think the best part about being a child of incest is that you only have one set of grandparents you have to remember. Seems mighty convenient. We're in the South, right? Is that a Southern accent? I don't know. It's mighty convenient. I love my mother and my sister. Different ways than you do. So that's my incest joke. Has anybody here seen Hitler's art before? Hitler, he's an artist. Yeah. What do you think about his art? Mediocre at best. Isn't that funny? He says Hitler's art is mediocre at best, and I think it's an awkward situation. I think it's awkward to see Hitler be really good at one thing, be kind of just okay at something else. That wasn't worth it. I wish I could go 3 sentences back. Have you seen, do you ever see the girls who have hashtags? Hashtag no filter. Hashtag no makeup, because they want you to see how real they are. To demonstrate my realness, I always post pictures and I say, hashtag no makeup, hashtag no filter. Hashtag no washing my hands after I peed. Hashtag no shower for 3 days. It's hippies in Santa Cruz. I'll leave you with this. I am writing a porno, and it's gonna be called Yummy Yummy Fuck Fuck Boy, in no particular accent. And